This is H-Town Rush.
Welcome to H-Town Rush, everyone, as we follow this historic storm and the horrific breaking news that developed overnight. I'm Xavier Walton.
I'm Stephanie Simmons with Lauren Tallarico and Cheetah Craft. We will get to that breaking news, but first we do want to get right to traffic and weather, starting with Cheetah.
Hey, good morning, and we're talking record time now and probably breaking by the end of the morning, even at Bush Intercontinental Airport, from a record of 1895, 13 degrees at IAH right now. Again, that ties the record of 13 set in 1895. 3 in Huntsville, 5 degrees in College Station. I mean, just bitter cold out there. You factor in the north wind. We are feeling 8 below zero in Huntsville. We're feeling down to 0 at Bush Intercontinental Airport. Sugar Land, you're feeling down to 6. So that wind chill factor is no joke this morning, and that will last through us without your lunchtime hour. So even at noon today, 24 degrees. Look at all the sunshine to be expected today. No new snow or freezing rain today. We stay dry, but temperatures throughout the day today stay below freezing. I'm not expecting 30s even by the afternoon. First time ever in history, the National Weather Service has issued a wind chill warning. That is how major of a role it's playing here this morning. Next winter storm on the way for tonight into tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Let's talk about the traffic right now. What's going on the roadway?
Yeah, Cheetah, and we've just learned that Metro will continue to suspend services throughout the day and gradually give service back as they can, but it's all weather depending. So do make note of that if you do use public transportation. Now I want to get you to our map and show you one area in town that is still closed at this point. This is the Gulf Freeway at El Dorado. And Xavier, it's just one of many closures right now.
All right, it's 6:33 on this Tuesday morning. Let's get to all that breaking news. Starting with a tragic story in Sugar Land, a man and 3 children killed in a house fire. This happened on Vista Lake Drive. Our Michelle Choi is live there now. And Michelle, this is just a heartbreaking story.
Yeah, guys, as a reporter, you know, I cover a lot of sad and tragic stories. None of them are ever easy to tell, but this morning is especially hard. This is the second scene I've been to so far this morning where a family has lost loved ones, children at that, because they were desperate to stay warm in this freezing weather. But that's what Sugar Land police tell me happened to a family of 5 living inside this home overnight. Try to stay warm when their house went up in flames. Now, as you can see, fire crews have managed to knock most of the fire out, but they say when they got here around 2 this morning, this whole house was up in flames. And inside, a dad and his 3 kids, all elementary school aged. Sadly, all 4 died in that fire. Only the mom and a friend made it out. They were taken to a hospital with burn injuries. No word yet on what caused the fire. That's under investigation. But Sugar Land police tell me, guys, this neighborhood, like countless others, have been in the dark for more than 8 hours. Back to you.
It's just a gut-wrenching story, Michelle. Thank you. Well, this is just one of several house fires that crews responded to in the past few hours. Sadly, another one on the northeast side killed 2 more people. This happened on Peyton Street. Firefighters saw heavy flames and ran to rescue a 70-year-old couple trapped inside that home, but sadly they did not make it out. And flames destroyed this home near the Tanglewood area. Look at those flames. Crews say the power was out at that house and residents were home at the time having dinner. Thankfully, they did all make it out safely there.
Steph, in more breaking news, 2 people are dead due to carbon monoxide poisoning. This happened out in southwest Houston. Houston police went to do a welfare check after someone called 911. They found 2 adults, 2 children suffering from carbon monoxide poisoning. A woman and child did not survive. The others were hurt. And as we said, it has been a busy few hours, and we are seeing these power outages lead to some very, very dangerous situations. We'll keep you posted on everything at khou.com. This morning, power is slowly being restored across Texas, but millions are still in the dark. So why is the power still out for so many of you? And why does it seem like no one, including CenterPoint and other power providers, can do anything about it? Let's break it down. So the state grid is made up of 4 parts: electricity generators like power plants, transmission lines, distribution networks, and finally, you, the customer. ERCOT, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, manages the flow of electricity. Think of it like air traffic controllers. They make sure planes fly and land safely, but they don't actually own the planes. ERCOT dispatches power on the grid, connecting more than 46,000 miles of transmission lines and hundreds of plants. But it doesn't actually own those plants or make the electricity. So when the snow and ice started piling up, demand for power surged, the grid couldn't handle it, and that sent some power plants offline. And when there's not enough power to send out, CenterPoint and your local electric providers like Entergy and others can't do anything about it either. While they'd hoped to do rolling outages and spread the pain around, instead, they were stuck with the state power grid stretched to the limit, and providers were stuck with bigger outages, leaving customers still without power.
And Lauren, you know, power isn't just the only issue. Cell phone service also taking a hit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. People in the dark relying on those cell phones to keep them connected. Have you noticed spotty service? You are not alone. Last night, Fort Bend County Judge KP George tweeted this. He said cell phone service is starting to break down over the region as backup generators at towers are freezing or running out of fuel, or both. AT&T tweeted they are aware and working on it, and so is T-Mobile. In fact, it looks like T-Mobile has fixed a lot of the issues already. Verizon said their service is holding pretty strong. Hopefully that continues. If you don't have a service like WhatsApp right now, which relies on Wi-Fi, it might be a good time to go ahead and download it, because even if your service goes out, it should not impact your Wi-Fi and you can still text people. But without power, how do you keep those phones charged? Here are a few ideas. Okay, so if you have a laptop and that's charged, you can steal power from that. Your laptop might not work, but you can still make calls in case there's an emergency. Also, check your glove box. Do you have a portable car jump starter? Many of those have USB outlets and will also charge your phone. Use your car to charge it, but just make sure the engine is on and that you are not parked in the garage. Make sure you are outside because of carbon monoxide. And while you're charging it, put it in airplane mode. It will take less power to juice up. And Cheetah, I know, for so many people, this freeze cannot end soon enough.
Yeah, that's the truth. I know my husband had to do that yesterday, get out in his car to charge his phone. We were without power for about 24 hours, so we understand it's so important. Let's talk about this next winter storm on the way, because this is going to continue to last over the next couple days. So take heed to all of these warnings, okay? This is the next system on the move that will impact, yet again, the entire state of Texas pretty much. Our winter storm warning takes effect tonight at 6 o'clock. That's because throughout the day today, remember, we stay under sunny skies today, no additional moisture. The moisture moves in overnight. So how it transition, at this point, it looks more like freezing rain, potentially sleet, and some ice accumulating. It will be the biggest threat probably as we head into tomorrow midday and afternoon. So let me put this into a forecast track for you. Notice ice forecast accumulation. This is tomorrow at 11 p.m. So that moves in overnight. Throughout much of the day tomorrow, we're looking at a tenth to maybe 2/10 of an inch of ice. But notice how it's really areas primarily well north of town, talking about the ice. Getting into Thursday morning, some of this wants to transition slightly further west and northwest. Let me show you on our future track. Again, today we keep it dry. It's overnight as that winter storm moves in. It's going to set up across the area. This is 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. Temperatures are below freezing, especially areas north of I-10. I think we'll see that big transition to freezing rain and sleet, and that's where we get that ice accumulation on the ground. It's going to be right around that I-10 border. So this is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. A cold rain across the area. Portions of this could be freezing rain at times. As this low skirts right along the coastline, it's going to tug the moisture along with it. So probably by about 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, moisture's gone. We get some slight wraparound moisture through early 7. So that's why driving conditions may stay treacherous right through early Thursday morning. We'll continue to talk about that and when we can expect finally temperatures above freezing in just a little bit. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, and speaking of those driving conditions, in about 5 minutes, we are going to talk to Fort Bend County Judge KP George and talk about the Southwest Freeway and other issues in his area, wondering if possibly they will keep that Chunk and Sugar Land closed for the next couple of days. Okay, let's go to our maps now. I want to show you one thing of note that may be shut down for the next couple of days as well. We definitely know it is right now. All of the toll roads, and that includes 99. Yesterday, there were portions here and there of the Grand Parkway that were open. Not today. We confirmed they are all shut down, including everything else as far as pay-to-play lanes.